conduct. Were you active in this? And Lee? Okay, would you guys like to speak a little bit on any changes that were done to the code of conduct?
Which most of them are language issues, some words that were changed to represent current 2016 verbiage. Nothing significant. I remember that was the major changes. Correct?
The only thing that was beefed up a little bit were the visitors policy to ensure that visitors would become part of our code of conduct. So that was actually beefed up a little bit, but that was really the only change of any substance.
What do you mean by visitors?
People who come to the school as spectators, people who come to the school as people who are going to give us consultants, and parents who are here on all different kind of business. So anyone who's not a faculty, staff, or student would be considered a visitor.
Okay, and why would that, are we addressing that in the code of conduct? Is it anything specific? Is it mannerism when you're entering the building?
It's really just that the school is a place of business and of education of students, and that we expect people to behave appropriately when they're here on our grounds.
Okay, so this would go to anything that's in the stadiums, any sporting events?
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is the code of conduct for everybody in the district. It's not just for students.
Right.
It's the entire code of conduct.
All right, so now we're going to have a public hearing on the, public comment on the policy 5300 with Lee and Nick. Mind answering any questions in regard to that?
If I have an answer, sure.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions only in regard to the policy 5300 code of conduct?
I posted them online and Linda Adams answered already, so thank you for that.
Great, thank you.
I do. I did notice I was a part of the...
Can you come to the podium so I can hear you?
So you can hear me? Because I can't hear you.
Oh.
But if you want me to talk to the microphone, I have no problem with that.
Just have to turn it on, Terry. It's off.
The lotto is now 10 million.
Okay, so last year I was on the Code of was it last year or the year before? I was on the Code of Conduct Policy Committee, so I've read through the whole thing. Overall, so I was kind of glad to hear there wasn't that much changes except for verbiage. You know, it is a Code of Conduct for all parties in the district, students, visitors now, parents, and teachers. A lot of places in there, it references teachers based on their union contract. Is that still the way it is in there?
On their union contract, there's not very many references at all to the CBA in the Code of Conduct. Any kind of disciplinary action on any one of our employees would be handled by municipal law. Specific to teachers, that would be Code 3028.
Okay.
But the Code of Conduct is really just a broad document that really sets out our expectations of behavior of all different people who come onto the school grounds.
Okay, because it didn't address, because it did address the students' dress policy, but not employee dress policy.
That's actually a different policy.
It's in a different policy? That's what I'm referencing. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So I understand last year at the Code of Conduct, or maybe the year prior, it was added on with e-cigarettes.
Yes.
Does that also include the vapors and the things that they're doing now?
Yes, it's actually against state law to vaping in a public building.
That was already in there.
That
There
was
was no
already in there.
changes to that. That was already.
Yeah, that was already in there.
Yeah, so it's e-cigarettes, and then is e-cigarettes cover the vapors? And
It specifically says vaporizer in the
Vapor,
language. It was in there already. And there was no change.